Welcome, here in Slide Production. In this video we will be discussing the brother and sister of Zeus, king of all gods in Greek mythology. But before we start, if you are interested in this kind of video where you can learn from, click the subscribe button and the bell icon, so you will be notified when we upload new content.
Number 1, Hades.
Hades was a god of the underworld, and the name eventually came to also describe the home of the dead as well. He was the oldest male child of Cronus and Rhea. Hades rarely left the underworld. His presence was not welcomed by men or by gods. Hades took pride in collecting subjects for his kingdom and was disinclined to let anyone leave.
Number 2, Hera.
Hera is the queen of the gods and is the wife and sister of Zeus in the Olympian pantheon. She is known for being the goddess of marriage and birth. Despite being the goddess of marriage, she was known to be jealous and vengeful towards the many lovers and offspring of her husband Zeus. She was also known to turn her anger towards mortals who crossed her as well. For example, Paris, who chose Aphrodite over Hera as the most beautiful goddess at the marriage of the sea nymph Thetis to a mortal called Peleus. She was the protector of women, presiding over marriages and births.
Number 3, Hestia.
Hestia was the goddess of the hearth, home, architecture, domesticity, family, and the state. She was one of only 3 virgin goddesses, next to Athena and Artemis. Although both Poseidon and Apollo wanted to marry her, Hestia made an oath to Zeus that she would remain forever pure and undefiled, never entering into a union with a man. Hestia is described as a kind, forgiving and discreet goddess with a passive, non-confrontational nature.
Number 4, Demeter.
Demeter is the goddess of the harvest and presides over grains and the fertility of the earth. Although she was most often referred to as the goddess of the harvest, she was also goddess of sacred law and the cycle of life and death. Her virgin daughter Persephone was abducted by the god of the underworld, Hades, and Demeter endlessly searched for her, preoccupied with loss and grief. The seasons halted, and living things stopped growing and died.
Number 5, Poseidon.
Poseidon was god of the sea, earthquakes, storms, and horses, and is considered one of the most bad-tempered, moody and greedy Olympian gods. He was known to be vengeful when insulted. Poseidon could strike the ground with his trident to produce an earthquake. This earned him the nickname Earth Shaker. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing if you haven't.